For the past few months, I've been surrounded by homophobia and transphobia from the Transformers community on TikTok with the reveal of Nightshade having they/them pronouns. I have never seen Transformers Earthspark, and I honestly don't plan on watching it. It doesn't look like my thing, and that's okay. I grew up with Transformers Prime in the Bayverse, and I'm okay with it. I'm glad that younger viewers also have their own Transformers show to watch. Keeps the cycle of, childhood going, I guess. But the reactions certain older fans have had are actually insane.
I miss the old Kanye, straight from the gold Kanye. Chop up the soul Kanye, set on his goals Kanye. I hate the new Kanye, the bad mood Kanye, the always rude Kanye, spaz in the news Kanye.
Somehow, we the people forgot to show kids other Transformers media, and now they're meat-writing the Bayverse and are using it to push a bigoted agenda, which I find quite odd. Don't get me wrong, the Bay films do have their problems. They're big, dumb, stupid action films with racial stereotypes filled throughout, but they're never done with an evil or malice intent, I think. I genuinely believe it was put in the film purely because Bay thought it was funny. Whether or not you think that is bad is up to you to decide. But with that in mind, it got me thinking. What exactly do the Michael Bay Transformers films say about us as people? And what is the whole point of the films? Is there a point? A moral, a theme? But more importantly, did Michael Bay ruin Transformers? So I sat down, put on my engineer hat, and began thinking. And I think I came to a conclusion on what the Bay films say, whether intentional or not. So in the first Transformers film, the plot doesn't get too insane. In fact, it's quite tame compared to most movies in general. The only thing worth mentioning for the point of this video is that human tech is a lie and has been made thanks to Megatron's corpse being in the hands of the US government. Also, Megatron and Optimus were brothers at some point. Great. Another thing to possibly bring up is how the character Michaela is presented in the film. She's not just sex appeal. She has a personality and is pretty damn smart when it comes to cars. Yet the people around her don't know this. It's a bit of a secret, and I think we should keep that in mind going forward. Let's look at Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. From this film, we learn that the almighty primes which Optimus came from may have not have been the best people. They might have not been evil, but they weren't necessarily good. We also learn that the first Decepticon was a Prime, who went against the rules of the other Primes, so they outcasted him. That's literally all I can say about Revenge of the Fallen, other than the giant Transformers balls and the two racial stereotypes.
I am directly below. Enemy scrotum.
In Dark of the Moon, the plot follows the Autobots recovering a Cybertronian spaceship from the moon. Wow, I wonder where the title comes from. Inside this ship is the previous Autobot leader, Sentinel Prime, Optimus's mentor. Yeah, it turns out, Sentinel is a bit insane and sees himself as a god, and he joins up with the Decepticons and betrays the Autobots. It's a massacre. So many Autobots just get executed. Literal war crimes. Optimus is heartbroken from this, as you would expect, and the humans decide to outcast the Autobots to space. This was a lie, however, because Optimus faked that shit to basically tell the humans, hey, y'all still need us? Like, y'all need us a lot. Us Autobots are up, and you humans are down. Y'all fucking suck. So Optimus kills Megatron and Sentinel, and the Autobots win the war. It's honestly a pretty bleak ending, and is really fucked. Like, holy shit, this was pushing PG-13 to its limits. The shit you can get away with blue blood is insane. This film, however, is incredibly important to the point I'm trying to make. Almost as important as the next film. Transformers: Age of Extinction.
I'm a motherfucking T-Rex! I'm a motherfucking T-Rex!
This film was sort of a soft reboot for the series, so besides the Autobots, all the human characters from the first films are gone. Never to be seen again. Sorta. The main villain of this film is the United States military and a transformer called Lockdown. Here's the thing, Optimus's creator isn't too fond of the stupid shit he's been up to, so they sent Lockdown to capture him so he can be punished or some shit. Optimus has stepped out of line, gone against his purpose as if he was a tool. Lockdown says this himself, actually.
Where do you think you came from? You think you were born? No, you were built.
So you know what Optimus and his squad did in response? They fucking killed him, brutally. Like, I mean absolutely destroyed. So why does any of this matter to my point? How does any of this prove or disprove that Michael Bay ruined Transformers? How does it prove that the bigoted fans of the series are hypocrites? Well, let's do a real quick recap of every important moment in the story. Optimus's brother, Megatron, betrays him and they go to war over Cybertron. They want Optimus and the Autobots to submit and become Decepticons, joining their cause by force. Also in the first film, humans are shown off to be major liars and very secretive creatures, very untrustworthy. The second film is a bit harder to explain, but if it isn't obvious, the humans are lying through the entire film. In Dark of the Moon, Optimus's mentor, the original leader of the Autobots, betrays him, and so do the humans. Sentinel forces him to fit into a box. The cruel box of the universe, the box that chains us all down, the heavy weight of the cruel universe. Lockdown contributes to this point in Age of Extinction. He says it himself, the cause will always betray you.
Your allegiance to these humans. The trouble with loyalty to a cause is that the cause will always betray you.
Any cause can and will do that. Political cause, family cause, religious cause. It doesn't matter. Everyone who leads these causes has a reason for why they do the things they do. They will always try and fit you into a box, a set of characteristics they want you to have. One could say they try to force you into being what they consider normal, something politicians and the people who follow them try to do to anyone they consider too different or weird. But you know what Optimus says to this? Fuck that noise, fucking kill them. Annihilate every single living being that dare tries to make you normal, that dare tries to destroy everything you've built. Try to destroy everything about you that makes you special. Everything that makes you, you! The Last Night is a horrible movie, and I'm not gonna dig too deep into it because it's honestly not worth the time of day, and I fucking hate it. But this being the final film in the series and what it's about, I feel like I should talk about it a little. The whole idea of taking your fate into your own hands and not letting a higher power than yourself force you into being what they consider normal or right is pushed to its limits in this film. The Autobots literally kill their god, the creator of Optimus, Quintessa. Fun fact about Quintessa, because of her name, did you know she's probably related to or is a quintessant? I just find it neat that Michael Bay went ahead and used a quintessant. Like, it seems out of character for him. Anyways, and who would have guessed that the evil, violent, tyrannical Megatron is following Quintessa's orders? Optimus kills him too. He destroys every single enemy that tries to control him. How can you watch these films, see what happens in them, and somehow be a bigot? It's like loving McDonald's but hating fast food. But with giant robots, US military, and China dick riding, the occasional racism, and of course the badass explosions and hot chicks. This not intended but most easy to see message was lost. So did Michael Bay ruin Transformers? No. I don't even think he ruined a generation of Transformers fans. The Michael Bay Transformers films hold a special place in my heart. I watched them by myself, with family, with my friends, with my father before he became the horrible man he is. While dumb and stupid, they're incredibly important to me. They're fun. He made his own adaptations of Transformers, and that's okay. It's his art. We sadly live in a hyper-political world where people are so absorbed by political propaganda that they somehow have been tricked into thinking that everything else except propaganda is political. It's a sad world we live in, but not hopeless. Now, I'm not saying we should all start murdering politicians and anyone with a different political view, but we should all be a bit more like Optimus. Don't let those horrible people around you force you into a bubble, into a box. Be yourself. Fight for what you believe in till you die. Live not as a body, but as a soul. Live as yourself. Freedom is the right of all sentient beings. I'm Liquid. Thank you for watching this video. I love Michael Bay, and now I'm gonna go be autistic and meow in the corner of my bedroom. Meow, 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 meow. Jesus Christ.